Sup, chat? Uh, Good evening, man. How's it going, man? We back over here for last, how do you say? Um, Last day of the week, right? So let me do the work, right? I think most of the work is done. Is done for the first 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so, right? I don't speak much though, cause we have pretty much the same stuff as yesterday and the day prior. We got our support level, right? And I'm a Magda. Holy. That support, we go that resistance. All right, and the gap that I want to see price correct in these levels here, right? All right, I think that's all. I'll explain daily time frame as I did. I think the last streams do the job already. So okay, what we have here, chat, we have these lows here, pretty much the same lows that we've been looking for. And unfortunately, price is sitting exactly the same level for the past 3 days. We haven't moved for the past 3 days, right? And what I'm looking for is for price come and break this support. I want to see a closure here, 1 hour closure, so that price can continue to take these lows here, right? Because from my understanding, price has to take lows before going up, right? So before we had no lows. Before we didn't have these lows here. We only had these lows here, but now we have some lows that price ended up printing, right? So I'm also going to mark those lows, but I have troubles. I can't lie. I have troubles. I have troubles with getting into a trade below these lows because of how small this interval is and how safe, how unsafe I feel about the trade. So, but I'm going to mark that as a low. We have got a low here, a 4-hour low, right? So to say, why am I marking that low? Because this is something new, right? The rest I won't speak on, but this is something new. Why am I marking that level? The idea I had before was for price to come and take these lows, right? That would mean price would have to drive down all the way to these levels, take the low, and perhaps would bounce back higher. That was my thought process, right? But what we're having right now, it's price ended up printing this low already. All these move, I'll consider this the low that price ended up printing. So if price wants to push higher, I'd love to see price coming, at least take those lows and then bounce, and then we can go up, right? So I'm not requesting for price to come all the way down here for me to be thinking of buys. So my idea for buys pretty much have been below these levels here, right? And above those highs there, with the info that we're being given for the past days. But with the info we now have, we have got these lows here, that if price takes its lows and bounce back higher, I'll be interested in jumping for buys, right? And the same idea I had here, if price takes lows and then bounce back higher, I'll be interested in jumping for buys, right? But now our idea is much closer. We've got ideas for buys if price takes those lows. But how does that look like? I want to see price not only taking the lows, like closing above, but structure. Why structure? Because at any time I feel like price could close below, could take the lows, and then keep pushing lower. So that's why I don't feel safe at all jumping for a 1 hour closure below. I mean, a liquidity. Let's assume a 4 candle comes and takes liquidity and close above. I can't jump for buys there yet because I don't feel as great as I would feel if price had taken lows here. And even if price took low there, I wouldn't jump for buys there. I would wait for price to break a major important resistance. In that case, would be these levels, and only there I'll be looking for buys. That if price came and took these lows. So for these lows here, I'll be interested in taking buys if price begins to play above these highs there. So to say, I would love to see price coming all the way down, take lows, and then bounce back higher, break structure, and then I'll be interested in jumping right there. Stops will be below market structure and take profit on the next highs. And so I won't consider that an idea for today because that would take a while. I don't think that might happen. That what I'm looking for might be printed in the next 2 hours. I don't think so. Price taking liquidity for a time frame, closing above, and then break structure. I don't think all that might happen today. Perhaps next week, but not today, right? Why even after price takes liquidity, I don't jump for buys there once price breaks structure? It's the same idea. If price took liquidity here, I wouldn't bounce back for buys right there, especially if we have very important resistance. I will wait for price to break the resistance, retest it, and then when price rebreak the highs, I'll be interested for buys, right, chat? So pretty much the same ideas that I had here, but now a little bit much higher. So the idea is here and the idea is here for buys. When price takes liquidity and bounce back higher. When price takes liquidity and bounce back higher. So if that doesn't happen, no idea for buys yet. Ideas for shorts. So I won't speak of buys. I was just explaining the reason why I have these laws here, right? The same way I did for these laws here. That's the reason I have these laws here. But I don't think we might have anything to do with these laws today, right? For buys. And that idea for buys pretty much here. So I won't speak of any buys anymore because they're just really far from where price is at now. So I'll only focus on ideas that are likely to happen today. And unfortunately, that's pretty much the same. We've got those highs there. That price has taken liquidity multiple times, not once. These highs, price took liquidity once, twice, third time now, right? So if price breaks past that, there's a high chance we might keep pushing higher. But if price does so, I can't do anything about it. So if price gets up towards these levels here, there's nothing I can do. And I'm pretty skeptical that we might have a trade above these levels because I want to see a 4 candle closure above these levels too, right? So that's way too far. So that to say what? If price keeps playing on these levels with the info we have, I don't have anything, and on these levels too. So in fact, overall, these levels, I have nothing to do about these levels. Pretty much the same ideas as yesterday, right? So from a far perspective, I'm looking for, I want to see price drive down about 645 points for me to think for jump for shorts. My shorts are somewhere around these levels. I cannot short there. I explained the reason why. We are not overall bearish for me to have weekend trip sells, right? So for me to have sells shorts, I want to wait for major structure break. That could be here, but here could be a faker, right? Here below this daily support, I'll feel safe, and I would also be thinking that we could come and approach these lows here. And we also have a daily candle, Monday candle without bottom wick on these levels, and a 4 candle without bottom wick too, right? That's why I'm overall safe taking this range than this range or this range, right? Not to say that price can go down from here. If it does so, that's none of my business, right? Because I understand that if I take an L by executing or jumping into a trade now and there, I'll be like, fuck, I knew I wasn't supposed to get a trade there, right? And if I take an L here, I'll say the same thing. But if I take an L on this range, I'll be like, you know what? I was patient, I waited, and that was just probability. Right? I'll be surprised, right? So factor surprise is very important. Yeah. So let me go to other time frame right now. Let me go to 1 hour time frame. See what we're having from that time frame. Yeah, pretty much the same, chat. Pretty much the same. Nothing much I can do on this range. If price doesn't know where it wants to go for 3 days, who am I to tell price where to go? You know. That should be the question you guys should be asking yourself. If price doesn't know where it wants to go, who are you to tell price where to go? You know what I mean, chat? So we can't tell price to. I'm not trying to say price can go down now, but let's see price going down first, so that we begin to be like, okay, now we are going down. But trying to predict the move here that could be breaking to the next resistance isn't really smart. And keep in mind that price has retested that level. This resistance a couple times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 6. So you have to keep in mind that level is getting weaker and weaker, right? So just keep that in mind, chat. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, our idea is pretty much the same as yesterday. Only shorts below these levels, nothing within this range, even on that range too up there, nothing. Unfortunately, right? Because we didn't take lows yet. Perhaps we could have something on this range if price came and took lows here, but that won't happen today. I explained, right? The buys, price will come, take lows, bounce back higher, break that structure, then I'll be interested in something for buys right there. But we don't have this structure yet. We only have this. So for us to think of buys above these levels, we have to see price coming down first, take lows, and then bounce back up, right? Bounce back higher. And that will take a while. That's why I'm not touching those ideas for now, because I know that they'll take a minute to appear, right? So chat, we have pretty much the same stuff as yesterday. The same stuff as yesterday. Really, I wish there was something different, but the same stuff for the past 3-4 days now. Wait, hold on. From this Yeah, for the past 4 days we have been having the same stuff. Price hasn't moved. Price hasn't moved, right? So, but that's it. I'm just waiting for price to come all the way down to these levels, right? To close below, but it won't happen today because I wanna see price take liquid on these lows. From a 4 hour perspective, price takes these lows, bounce back higher, and breaks these highs here. And then right there, I'll be interested before buys my take profit be there, my stops below. But that won't happen now. That's just an idea for the future, perhaps. Right? But that would take a while, right? So yeah, let me just copy and paste my levels to my MT5, and yeah, no trades for the week so far, man. No trades for the week so far. No trades for the week so far, chat. So no trades for the week so far since Monday. We've been here since Monday too, but no trades since then, bruv. That's crazy. That's crazy work. That's crazy work, chat. All right. All right, yeah. So I'm just waiting for price to come. Hold on. All right. So I'm just waiting to see if price can come all the way down here, right? To benefit from this range. Nothing on this range, nothing on this range, and I explained the reason why I don't have any ideas for those ranges right there. So yeah, chat, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the breakdown for the day. That's pretty much what we're waiting for the day, right? So hopefully we get to come below these levels, hopefully, right? But if we don't, man, I'll call it a day and get back next week. So yeah, not much I can do right now. No man, we can do well. Need to listen to some stuff, chat. But that was the breakdown right there, man. That was the breakdown. Now the question, chat, is are we going to have enough volume to push lower 600 and 17 points. I don't know, man. I hope we do. I forgot to check. Okay, we got speech at 10 p.m. right? That should bring some volume, I assume. Alright. Well, I hope we do get. I hope we do get some volume today, right? But yeah, man, I can't do much now. Just waiting, man, to see if we can make ourselves there. That's like 607 points, and I need to see structure on the downside too, right, chat? So I don't know, man. Not too much has been happening this week so far. No trades, but perhaps with the speech we have at 10 p.m. afterwards, we might get something. Perhaps I don't know. Right, but yeah. I broke down the ideas already and everything. So now we just gotta be patient. Now our job is just to wait, you know. Yeah. Lapis. We should find lapis, chat. Chat, I, chat, I'm still on stream, right? Yeah, I'm still running. Market open, right? Market open 2 minutes ago. We don't have volume, man. I can't lie. I don't like that. I don't like that, chat. I can't lie. No. No, not much can be done here for me, chat. Not much can be done. Um, you know, uh, I got nothing to do on this range, on this range, on this. So prices slightly far, right? I explained what I'm looking for already. Just waiting for this to come all the way down here. That's like 700 points, right? So yeah, we gotta be patient to see if that comes to my left, my area, right? No, I wanna take it down, man. I'll come back in a. I wanna take a big down. I'll come back. I'll come back in a minute, chat. So I don't think like 5 minutes. I think 10 minutes. Yeah. I think we have a long way to go still for my possible entry point, right? So yeah, we can't do much now rather than just waiting. So I'll be back soon, chat. I'm doing number 2. See you guys. Give me 5 minutes or 10. You know. Holy. What's up, chat? Holy, I thought that was a candle. I was like, what the fuck just happened? I thought the red stuff that I have in there was a whole candle. I was like, what is happening? I'm back, chat. But nothing much has nothing much has changed. Nothing, man. No volume. Really. Chat, I have 1 hour and 5 minutes in here, man, and nothing much happening, you know. I have to watch this drive down about 600 points. That's not today. That's frankly not today. Ranging for 3 days, man. Like how dirty this was. But at least I knew that price was going down here. You know, but here I got no idea. You know. Shit. Chat. Uh, the speech is going on right now, and couple orange folders, right? So I don't know how long the speech usually lasts. I got no idea, to be honest. Yeah. Bye, man. Nothing so far. I think we had some decent volume, right? But now nothing. Yeah. And it's also hard for you to decide whenever price is doing this chart. Like, what do you really want to decide? You know, it's like, are you sure of your decisions? It depends. For branch traders, I think they've been having great week, buying support, selling resistance. It has been working pretty well. But that's not how I trade. But I know there is someone who trades like this. It's just not me. So right now, just can't do much. Just gotta wait and wait and wait and wait. We're getting some volume right now, chat. Chat, you know what? I will call it a day, man. We are not going to make it there in like 36 minutes. That's like 535 points. That's not happening today, man. Quite sad that that's the case, right? But I don't get to control that. Unfortunately, I'd love to, but I just don't get to, right? So I'll call it a week, man. No trades, no trades this week. From Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday today, and we got no trades. Not even a single trade we had. Alright, since last Thursday, more than 6 days without trades. I actually never thought I'd stay a whole week on the charts and have no trades. I'm quite surprised too. Can't lie. But I think that is what growth looks like, right? It's not about constant active trades. You know what I mean? It's boring. It's quiet. It's very boring, very quiet, and very slow. It's never that fast. All right, for people, this might seem fast if in 5 years my account I have a 100K, 200K, 300K account. Right, that might be like, oh, that was just 3, 4, 5 years, right? But for me, right, and for us that are always here, constantly, every day, day in and day out, right, trying to see what can be done. It's not that fast. It's never that fast. We just get comfortable with the boredom, right, and not having trades, and there's no, and in fact, there's no problem with that at all, actually. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. That's it, chat. Call it a week, man. I'll take it. I'll take it. No trades for the week. I'll take it. Just like the first week of the, just like the first week of the month, right? We had no trades too. Not that I wanted to have no. I didn't plan to have no trades, chat. I wish I'd actually planned to have no trades, but I didn't come to the charts planning not to have trades. I didn't, right? It just happened. I didn't choose it. He chose me. La peace. Find la peace. All right, chat. That's it, man. That's it. I had enough. Early stream today. Nothing was caught over here, man. I'll catch myself tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time. As you can see here, no trades for the week. No trade since last Thursday, right? So wait, let me see how the month is looking. How are we looking for the month? La peace. Month. This is how we're looking for the month, chat. This is pretty much the month of August, right? 2 trades on the second week. The third week we had 1 trade, and the last week pretty much no trades. And that's it. That's about it, chat. That's about it. Call it a week, man. Call it a day. Call it a day. Call it a week. I'll get back tomorrow. Wait, hold on. Let me just put this back to normal. I like when it's showing weeks instead of. Yeah, I like this way more, because I can just get to click like this. We started from what? July. Yeah. 2 trades. We got July. 3 trades. I was supposed to have 2. Or 1, I think. And then this week was the craziest week, right? I think this was the crazy. In fact, let me even see this setup. I wanna see how this looks like, cause ain't no way. I had 3, 4 trades in a week. Oh, weekend trade buys. I remember this trade. I remember this trade very well. I do remember this trade. Price broke down very important level. Weekend trade buys for continuations. Okay, I remember. I remember the trade, yeah. I do remember the trade. Weekend trade buys. How on earth I made 20 on that? La peace. Oh yeah. Weekend trade buys. Beautiful price action. We took lows, we closed above those highs. So price was given retracement, begin to buys for continuations. Why we don't have such price action no more? Oh, that was good. That was lit. I love it. Let me see this. What was this? 3 trades? No, 1 trade. I wanna see the setup. August was lit though. 1 trade here, another one here, and I think this is. Wait, let me see the setup for this one too. With the setup, I'll be able to remember, chat. I think I do remember this trade. Hold on. I was trying to get continuations. Let me check. Lapis. Yeah, Milho is continuations. I think I wanted to fill a gap or something like that. Why is it taking forever, bruv? Oh yeah, tagging the gaps and stuff. Continue unfinished business, not continuations, unfinished business, right? And lows needed to be taken before price. Oh, the difference here. Oh, that's 50 minutes. Let me check for time frame. I think we had high somewhere. I usually need high to take such trades. I think we had the high taken somewhere. Lapis. Oh, that's what I thought. That's a fake out. We had a fake out here, and then price bounce back lower. So I was assuming that we could come. And okay, yeah. That's pretty solid. Pretty solid. Let me see for time frame 2. Lapis, chat. We had a fake out, and I'm pretty sure that was a 4 taken there. Such a good price action that was. But I didn't hold the trade. Yeah, that's it. I knew it. That was liquidity being taken right there. Beautiful. All right, I remember that trade too. Let me see this one. If I'll be able to remember from. I do remember this trade somehow. That was the weekend trade buys. Yeah, weekend trade buys. Yeah, that was smaller. I remember that trade. Well, okay, that was a decent trade so far. Holy, I don't remember this trade, but I'm pretty sure I did everything right. Let me see. You know what, chat? Anyways, just call it a day, man. I'll get back. Call it a week. Oh, wait, let me see. Let me see if I remember. I've been having good trades. I remember this trade. I do remember. I kind of remember. Wait, hold on. I forgot, but let me check. Let me check out the time frames to see if I'll be able to tell. I should be able to tell. I should be able to tell. I just can't think of it now, man. Oh yeah, the fake out, right? Was this the fake out chat when we took liquidity and fake out? Yeah, I remember the trade. That was a 4-hour liquidity and fake out for 1 hour. I remember the trade. Yeah, that's it. I remember this. That was a good trade. I remember that trade. Let me see if I do remember this trade. No, this one. Let me see if I do remember. I kind of remember this trade. Let me see the structure. I remember the trade. That was continuations. yeah, that was continuations. I was targeting these lows here. I took out much earlier. I remember the trade too. Holy, chat, been having good trades back to back, man. I remember this trade very well now. I remember, and that was the last trade we had so far. No, we had this one last week on Thursday. Let me see. I even forgot, but I think I do remember that trade too. I do remember the trade. I was waiting for price to tap a very important level, and my stops were too big. I do remember the trade too. All right. That's it, man. That's it. The month didn't end yet. The month ends on 31st, right? Which is a Monday. So only when the month ends, I'll be able to tell what we have for August, right? What was the percentage gain for August? But so far, not bad at all. Just take it rate, man. Call it a day. So that's it, chat. I'll get back tomorrow. No, on Monday, man. Wish you all a nice weekend, man. Don't settle for less. It's okay not to have trades, even for a week. Trust me. Ah, shit. And I say that because I remember the week before last week, I had no trades for the entire week. Or was it the first week I had no trades, and the following week 2 trades. I'm not trying to say next week I'll have 2 or 3 trades, but you gotta be patient, right? We could even it's even possible for us not to have trades for 2 weeks, even 3 weeks. It depends on price, right, chat? So that's it. What I can do what I cannot do is 4 trades. I can't do that, man. I can't do that. Right? So yeah, that's it, chat. I'll catch myself on Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Wish you a nice weekend, man. And